What will happen in the new episode? What will happen between Serkan and Kemal? Will Eda accept Serkan's marriage proposal? Will Kiraz have a brother? Everything and more now in this video. If you want Serkan and Eda to have a baby before continuing our video, don't forget to like and share our video. We thought Kemal Bey would be her real father when he first joined the show. However, he did not expect such an event to happen. The fact that Kiraz was taken to the hospital due to an allergy to strawberries and that Kemal Bey had the same allergy made Aiden suspicious. Aiden, who made a plan with Safi and took a DNA test, was shocked with the result. When it was revealed that Serkan's real father was Kemal Bey, Aiden was confused about what to do. Although he does not dare to tell this situation to Serkan's face and tries to explain it to him with a message, he finally explains it to both of them. As such, Serkan will not accept this situation, although it may not be a problem for Kemal Bey. Meanwhile, as you know, his relationship with Eda improves every day. By using this situation, Eda will make sure Kemal and Serkan are together, just like Kiraz. Although it is very difficult for her to accept the father who arrived years later, especially at this age, Eda will overcome it. These days are very busy for Serkan. For one thing, she found his real father. On the other hand, his relationship with Kiraz improves by the day. With Eda softening up and starting to hang out, he can't find time to work these days. Efforts to soften Eda since she started the new season have finally come to an end. Now is the time to propose and it will come true. However, it is a question of whether Eda will accept this offer. Of course we want you to accept it. But Eda doubts and she does not want to face the same situation again. However, she will eventually accept this offer. They were already together and began to live together. So the only thing left will be marriage. This union will bring us a surprise after 1 or 2 episodes. We will see together that Kiraz will have a brother. We say these episodes are complete for Serkan, but the same goes for Kiraz. She found his father, learned about the excitement of school and his grandfather, and eventually, her brother will find out about his future. The last 5 episodes remain and we have 3 events left. The first is the Eda Serkan marriage. The second is Kiraz's brother. The third is the Melo Burak relationship. Perhaps we can receive news of a second son for Engin and PRL in a room. Now, let's take a look at what happened together in the last episode. Eda and Serkan are sitting in the garden. They are talking about cherries. They decide to make a decision about Kiraz's future together. However, right after, Serkan brought all of his belongings to Eda's house. Eda is very angry about this. However, as a result of the agreement they made, Serkan will remain with Eda for 2 weeks. Also, at this time, Kemal Bey moved in with Aiden. Aiden, on the other hand, can't bear the possibility that Kemal is Serkan's father. At that moment, Safi wants to come find Kiraz. However, Eda does not understand why this happened. Serkan, on the other hand, does yet to explain to Eda that he is babysitting Kiraz for school. Eda is very angry at Serkan for mixing things up again without her knowing. Serkan's main goal is to make Eda forgive him. However, everything Serkan does catches Eda's attention. Serkan can't find anything to eat at home. So when he tells Eda about her deficiencies, Eda says that for now everything is in the house. She claims that if she wants, she can go find him. On top of that, Afer brings her own list and gives it to Serkan. Although Serkan doesn't want to go to the market persistently, everyone gets loaded and sends Serkan to the market. Serkan asks Engin for help with shopping. However, Engin doesn't help because it's his job, and Eda comes and catches Serkan while she's video chatting. However, Eda came to help Serkan. Meanwhile, PRL suspects that Engin is cheating on him. When he leaves the house with the excuse of going to work in the morning, Engin waits in a corner. Engin also secretly follows him when he leaves the house. When he arrives at the house he went to, Engin enters the house and then PRL enters the house. He is very angry and thinks he has been misled. However, he soon realizes that there is no such thing. Engin and Zarafat Han established a business together. PRL asks why he did that job when he was a very good architect. Engin claims that he has dreams. Engin has a meeting with the director about meals. The director comes and tastes the food, but she doesn't like it because she is so greasy. Meanwhile, PRL gets very excited when he finds out that he is the principal of the school he so desires. He indicates that he wants to send Khan. However, the principal says that they have determined different content for student admission this year and that families will compete together accordingly. When Edar and Serkan return home after shopping, Deniz Han is waiting for Serkan. Although Serkan doesn't want to see him, Edar says that she needs to see him. Edar can't take it anymore and she wants Deniz Han and Serkan to leave. After they leave, Melo comes and they have a little problem. At the time, Deniz Han shared a picture and Serkan and Deniz Han are holding hands in the picture. When Edar sees these photos, she goes into a fit of jealousy. However, she reminds me of what Melo Edar did. When Serkan comes home, Edar gets very angry and gets very angry with Serkan. She even says, if you want to stay home, stay, but I'm leaving. Kemal Bey is now at Aiden's house. He also did a DNA test to confirm that Aiden, Kemal and Serkan are father and son. And even though Safi was going to get the results and tell Aiden about it, she can't know the result when Kemal Bey is there. Meanwhile, Kerem went to Serkan with Pina to show him her drawings. However, the drawings are not as Serkan wanted. As a result of Edar's threats, Serkan looks positively at Kerem's drawings. And he tells Kerem some things through the pictures. Kerem really likes this. Meanwhile, Safi waits for Aiden. After Aiden arrives and finds out about the result, she doesn't know what to do. Later in the evening, Edar and Serkan retreat to her room. After very romantic moments, they can hardly control themselves. However, when they woke up in the morning, Kiraz, Serkan, and Edar slept together. Actually, Edar is very happy, but she still thinks that she should be angry. However, when Kiraz gets up, they start hitting each other with pillows, saying pillow fight. Meanwhile, Kiraz's tooth fell out. In the morning, while everyone was working, Kiraz drew a picture. When Edar asks what is going on in the painting, she says that she drew herself, her mother, her father, and her brother. Meanwhile, Serkan is very happy, but Edar doesn't like it very much. Kiraz insists that she wants her brother. Meanwhile, PRL and Engin come and say they will enroll Khan in school. When Edar and Serkan ask why they are hiding this from us, they say that the school chooses the parents, not the children. Serkan and Edar, on the other hand, get ambitious when they hear that Engin and PRL are hiding this. And they challenge, saying that they will send them to the same school and that the best one wins. Also, Edar says they need to find an acquaintance to enroll in this school. When she says that this person is Aiden Han, Serkan definitely doesn't want to accept it. However, Edar makes a joke and makes Serkan accept it. Together they reach Aiden. Meanwhile, when Kemal comes out and shows himself, the atmosphere turns quiet. When the atmosphere gets too tense, Kemal goes to work. Aiden says they can at least get along. However, Serkan is very strict about it. Meanwhile, Edar comes up with an idea. If Aiden Han arranges a place for Serkan and Edar for auditions, Serkan will also have dinner with Kemal Bey one night. Aiden loves this idea and says she will make adjustments right away. As a result of some attempts, the school principal returns home. Meanwhile, Afa also comes and joins the meeting. Aiden Han gives the director some money and asks her to accept Edar and Serkan for this meeting. However, the headmistress is very angry and she wants to get up and leave, saying that she cannot accept such a thing. At that moment, Afa and Safi hold the director and calm her down. When the director eats Safa's cakes, she suddenly goes back to the past. When the taste of Afer's cakes brings her back to her childhood, Madam Mistress calms down, and she agrees to have Serkan and Eda reunite. Serkan, Eda, PRL and Engin meet and a fierce race begins. Eda and Serkan are far ahead of the questions in the first round. While all this is going on, cold winds blow between Melo and Barak. Barak couldn't understand Melo. Afer, for her part, presses on Melo when he notices the stagnation in Melo. Melo also tells Afer what happened. Meanwhile, Barak cannot understand what is happening and they have problems with Kerem. There is a last round of interviews for the children and the couples will dance. Aiden, on the other hand, is thinking about how to make Kemal and Serkan accept each other. Also, the children heard everything that happened while Aiden and Safi were talking. And Kiraz found out that her grandfather is Kemal Bey. The second stage of the second meeting will be the next day. Meanwhile, Eda and Serkan were left alone for the night and found time to talk to each other. The dance they will do the next day is already clear. PRL and Engin spend time trying out different types of music. However, they are not very successful in the dance business. The next day, in the second stage, Eda and Serkan are the winners of the duo who share their tricks in the dance. Also, at Aiden Han's house, the children started calling Kemal Bey's grandfather. Also, Afer and Melo are there. Melo is still very upset. Barak still doesn't realize what he's doing. He comes to talk to Melo. However, events don't go the way Melo wants. Eda missed Kiraz very much. He calls Kiraz Kemal Bey his grandfather while they are talking on video. Although Serkan doesn't want to, he insists on calling him Grandpa Kiraz. Meanwhile, the couples are called for the next stage. This time, they will try to find a way to do it with commands. The winner of this stage was PRL and Engin. Meanwhile, Afer learned that Kemal was Serkan's father. Furthermore, as Eda, Serkan, PRL and Engin spoke, the jury heard everything that was said. After what was said, the jury did not accept either of the two couples. However, after our partners hear this, they say that we do not accept you, nor you, and they leave. Aiden keeps talking to Afer. Afer encourages Aiden to tell the truth. They are very good now. Although Aiden tries to communicate with Serkan, she cannot reach her phone and leaves a voicemail and tells him all the facts. Serkan, Eda, Engin and PRL are having dinner together. They apologize for what was said. Later in the evening, Serkan drops Eda at home. However, both do not want to part and Serkan quickly returns home. Likewise, Eda quickly goes and opens the door. At that point, Serkan tells Eda that he wants to see where she got her tattoo removed again. Don't forget to like our video for those who like the Touch My Door series and never wanted to reach a final. You can also share our video with your friends so they can follow what is happening in our series. We have reached the end of our video for now. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.